Good evening, everyone. My name is Ayodeji Agboola, and I'm a founder at Akowe. Akowe is an online platform, a trusted digital wallet for academic records. And I understand very, very clearly the challenges of growing a startup. And today, I just want to talk a little bit about, some of the things that have been successful in thinking about going to market and scale. Um, Very first thing I want to ask is, what is the shortest route to sales? As a founder, one of the things that you always are, confronted with is the success of this endeavor that you're on to. And success means that you have customers. Customers are people who are going to sustain your business. And therefore, it means that you need to be able to find the shortest route to sales. Usually, if you are you're a tech company, you need to build the technology. And that means you have to spend some time in building this thing and making sure it looks like what people are going to use. And sometimes, if you're not a tech company, but you're a tech enabled company, you sometimes don't even need to build anything. You just need to be able to put two and two together and arrive at some transactions. And then, very, very important, because this is how you eventually are going to be able to sustain the scale or even be able to go to market, because without customers, there's no market. So this question is one question that you should always have at the back of your mind and find ways flexible enough to be able to find that shortest route. There's also the challenge as a startup, as you're nearing your MVP, you want to have this launch. Oh, we're going to launch our business, we're going to the market. And sometimes there is so much more concentration on the launch rather than at looking at finding these customers that are going to be your earliest customers, right? This is important because if you plan out a launch that is going to be loud and all of that, what if all of your assumptions about your users don't come through? There's going to be very, very dampening after effect of your very, very popular launch. And in fact, if you think about it, many of the greatest businesses or tech startups that you know today, can you remember any of their launches? Probably not. The fact is, quietly they find the customers, they find the shortest route to sales, and when they find what is working, they're able to start scaling it. This is super, super important. Just like the analogy that was shared around going fishing. You want to make sure that you can find as many the lowest hanging fruits that you can pluck, and then from there start to move towards what is going to scale you up. And when you do find that shortest route, it's very important to keep fine-tuning it. I'll give an example here. My platform basically provides academic records. Basically, it's data. Now, the harbingers of this data is usually the schools, the universities, secondary schools. These are the people who own the data. I mean, they teach the students, right? And I'm here trying to provide a platform that can provide these academic records in a verified format to employers and foreign universities and all of that. Now, one way to get the data could be to approach the universities or the schools. The question is, why would they give the data? The second way is to, okay, maybe I could ask the certificate owners, the certificate holders, to put their content on the platform. The question is, why should they put it there? The point I'm trying to make here is that you have to be as flexible to find a solution to be able to provide to your potential customer, right? And your earliest customers are usually the source of direction that you need, and you need to be able to pay rapt attention to them. It is important to listen to what they're saying, how they're saying it, and also developing that third ear to listen to what is not being said. Because sometimes what is not being said can also give you some insights as to how to go. This is very, very critical to being able to get that traction in the market. Because at the end of the day, without traction, you really cannot say that your business is growing. Now, I want to give us a very simple exercise that you can do in trying to make sure you identify these earliest customers and finding these customers and fine tuning this shortest route to sales. The first thing you need to do is to identify your unique selling points. Why should people buy from you? Can you list your unique selling points? Now, you develop several marketing messages for each of your unique selling points and then test them on your customer segments. And then number four is to measure the results, but not measure only the successes, measure what is failing as well. And then you fail fast and keep experimenting. Now, all these 5 steps, in the next slide, I'm going to show you how we could even break it down. So let's say, for instance, you run a tech-enabled laundromat, and these are your 4 unique selling points. You have a regular wash, which is 24-hour service. You've got an express wash, which is 6 hours. You have an efficient stain removal process, and you are able to wash irregular items. It is common as you're trying to market your services to bundle all these your fantastic features into one graphic and put it out there haphazardly. What is more important to do is to separate these unique selling points and develop different marketing messages for each unique selling point. Because the customer who is interested in the regular wash is not the same customer who is interested in the express wash. Of course, if I have a stain removal problem, I definitely might be able to see it faster if all your marketing message was only talking about stain removal. And then same thing for washing the irregular items. Now, if you're able to do this and you develop different marketing messages for each of your unique selling points and you test them out on your market segments, you're going to start seeing results faster. You can measure it more efficiently, and you can easily identify the marketing messages for each of these unique selling points that are working. And you can also identify the marketing messages that are not working. And this will lead you to the next thing, which is find what is working well and then scale it. Because at the end of the day, for you to be able to drive more customers, to be able to drive more revenue for your business, you need to only be able to scale what is working well. I hope this has been helpful. Thank you for listening.